Welcome to EduTV, the first education channel. We welcome leaders from schools, universities across the world on our panel discussion on GPT and, in fact, GPT and educational institutions. GPT or Generative Pre-training Transformer. We have a fantastic panel of experts here with us today to discuss this revolutionary natural language processing technology. For those who may not be familiar with GPT, it's a deep learning model that has the ability to generate human-like text. It has been used in a variety of applications, including language translation, chat bots, and even generating creative content such as poetry and news articles. As we discussed the capabilities and potential of GPT, we also want to address some of ethical considerations surrounding the use of this technology. How can we ensure that GPT is used ethically and responsibly? And what are the potential risks and challenges that we need to be aware of? I'm excited to hear from our panelists as they share their insights and experiences. Thank you for joining us. Now, I turn it over to our moderator, Aparna Mitra, who studied at Birmingham City College. Am I right, Aparna?
University.
Sorry. She studied at Birmingham City University and is the director of Intra Overseas. She helps students to study abroad. Before Aparna starts, I'm sure all school leaders and vice chancellors, as they know me for years, must be surprised how Pranab Thakurta is giving such a good English speech and must have thought for sure Tanya Sethi must have written. No, speech was generated by ChatGPT. Over to you, Aparna.
Hi, good morning, everyone, and a very happy new year. This is a very cold morning over here. I see Professor Ilyas's fan going slowly, and I'm really jealous at whichever geography you're in, because it's really freezing over here. I was just as a prelude to our discussion, when Pranav asked me to moderate this this discussion, I was a bit inquisitive and I was kind of looking for information in terms of starting over this discussion. And I came across this podcast by Elon Musk. It was a very interesting perspective that he had put forward of us already being cyborgs, already being dependent on technology. And to think of it, we use technology as an extension of our body itself, and it kind of brings all these questions to our mind in terms of how useful technology really is. It is unquestionably. We are definitely smarter once we have that piece of gadget or a software or a service that we can get. But also, to what extent are we going to keep using it, and is it going to really limit us?
I think we can start with the Madam Sarada.
Okay.
Actually, she gave me this idea, and definitely, yes, initially it was given by Professor Pant, and Sarada told me 3 years back in Bangalore, when radio came, people used to say it would kill people. And in 1969, when there was a gas came to her place, a lot of ladies from in and around came and told her mother, like, your husband is planning to kill you.
Very good afternoon to all of you and a happy new year. I'm in the field of education for past 41 years. I'm the head of the institution and academic director of Whitefield Global School.
Thank you everyone for your quick introduction. And I'd ask Ms. Sarada to start this off, because you're the instigator of this discussion.
Okay, thank you so much. And before I start, you can edit this if you want. Ms. Aparna, you are reminding me of Sushmita Sen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Please do not edit it.
Yes, I would like to start
Thank
with
you.
a small anecdote. My grandfather in 1920s, he was the stage 1930s, somewhere at that time. I don't remember exact time. When the railways have started, he was the station master in the Eastern Zone. So he used to tell a lot of stories to my father, because when I was born, he was no more. My father shared these stories with me. It seems initially when the trains have been introduced, they were called dark devils, Kale Bhoot, because when huge black structure used to drive, walk through that, and it used to spew the fire, the small coal pieces with fire used to spew from both sides, and people who walk nearby used to get burnt with that, and people whoever got down from the train, they used to look black in color because of the black smoke which comes out of the whole train. And so they were very scared of this black booth. They thought that some kind of a black magic is being done by the British on them. This is number one they had. And then number two is this entire technology or whatever the train came has taken them and or stolen their livelihood. That is, they used to run the carts, bullock carts and all. And now they have become redundant because people wanted to use, however, black booth to transport the goods, these trains. So why am I telling that is that trains have become lifelines now. So anything comes in the beginning first is always a booth. And now this chat GPT, when it was told, shared by my admin or operation head with me in the last week of November, first reaction of mine was, oh my God. Okay. The second reaction is, oh my God, my teachers will never make lesson plans. Okay. And my third reaction is, what kind of a question my teacher needs to give to the child so that he won't use the chat GPT? Okay. So these were all my initial kind of reactions. And that resistance was there. How can this happen? All those went on. And then in a week's time, we made our plan, what we can do with this. What am I saying is, whenever there is a technology comes, the technology always challenges us to such an extent that we will be baffled. We are not ready to accept. As I told, my mother was told by the neighborhood ladies that the gas stove is going to burn you and kill you. Your husband is actually planning and conspiring to kill the five children mother. That's why he brought the gas stove to home in 1969. Now we cannot live without a gas stove. So this is what the initial introduction happens, and ChatGPT is one of such things. All I feel is that as an educator and as a person who is seeing technology so much, we need to accept it. Now, our whole education system must change. Our whole look out about the education must change. It is no more making them how to think. It is more about how to think than what to think. It is about developing a personality. It is about keeping in all the, that collaborative skills and making them more into that social, emotional personalities, rather than making them use anything other than the knowledge which they are getting online. And the usage of knowledge is also coming. Now, make them ready for the world is only through this personality development and usage of this knowledge and the application and AI in life is what all of us should look. I'm worried about looking at the heterogeneity of the country. That is what is my take. And over to you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm really impressed with the commendable advocacy of all the school leaders and university leaders. I would like to thank Dr. Pramod Mahajan, Director, Principal, Sharjah Indian School. He has been helping us from years. Whatever we request him, it is always done, and we always take his advice. I would like to thank Mr. Jayaprakash. He is the CEO of the George School Group and Paul George School. And I would like to thank Mr. Chris Bhatt. He flew from New Zealand to Singapore yesterday only. And when I sent him a message, he was in New Zealand. Thank you so much, Chris, for helping. I'd like to thank Professor Elias. I think Professor Elias and me, we know each other and we work together from last 12 years. I think he's not oldest friend, he's a young friend of mine. Thank you, Mr. Elias. And I would like to thank Ms. Anupama Ramachandra. She had been always there for me, Bangalore, wherever, and she's also a Fulbright scholar. And I would like to thank Sarada ma'am. Sarada ma'am, thank you so much. And on top of everyone, I would like to thank Madam Aparna Mitra. Last time I called her up at 9:30 a.m. in the morning to host a show at 10 a.m. and she did it.
I am Harshini Sudarshan. I am a grade 12 student studying at Delhi Public School, Bangalore East. For those of you who are watching, at EDU TV, we are having a program where we conduct talks and interviews between students and university outreach heads in order to find out more about the colleges that we want to join in and what these colleges and universities are offering to us.
I would like to ask you this, that like as Shamsa said that it was just the beginning of CS at this time. So how have you come into CS, or like what made you think that you should pursue CS at that point of time?
Okay, so I think I came into computer science accidentally because in 1994, when I wanted to, pursue my engineering, so I had a very good rank. In those days, the #1 branch was not computer science, it was electronics.
EDU TV is also having a taster program, and some of you may know what it is. It is just to get a taste of college life.
Good morning, I am Chaya Khanna, Principal Scholars Home School. I would like to express my gratitude to Pranav for giving this opportunity to our class 12 students to visit Graphic Era. I'm sure our children will know of the many avenues that they are not aware of.
My name is Veda Gopala and I'm from Scholars Home, and I thought it was quite an enriching experience. I really liked the campus and the workshop facilities.
So students are taken on a visit to the university or the college premises to get a taste of what is actually college life in those 3 or 4 crucial college years of your life. So you get to know about placements, job opportunities, careers of the future, what that college or the university has to offer to you, how campus life is in general.